watching these 3 stocks for Thursday's trading day. Tomorrow is about to be a historic day in the market, so you do not want to miss out on what we have in store for tomorrow. So the market's actually closed tomorrow for Juneteenth, so there's no new stocks for tomorrow, but I want to go over how I caught the biggest stock in the market today on KWE before it ran over 180%. Now, when I say this stock exploded 180%, I am not exaggerating, but it was the easiest stock to trade today. Now, how did I know to watch this stock today? Well, in the trading stream with my students today, as always, we were scanning through the top stocks this morning in pre-market. And this stock came across my radar after it decided to pop with some pretty big volume after news came out. So like any smart trader would, I saw the volume come in and I said, well, let's see what the news here is. And the news here was that they received orders for their prototypes of its next generation battlefield laser detection system. And we know this week the big theme in the market has been war. We've seen oil names exploding, defense names exploding because of the Iranian and Israeli crisis going on. And so whenever we see that, we know that headline is really going to stick and find some good buyers, most likely coming out of market open. So we had that news confluence here, which really made this an awesome setup. Now we had the volume coming in here, and the big thing to understand is you can have a great chart, but no news, and I'll still play it. And you can have great news and a bad chart, I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But whenever you have a great chart with great news, that is a recipe for success. And that's exactly what we had here this morning. So we had the first move here after news came out this morning in pre, and it made its first little pop to the upside. Pulls back, buyers begin to find the news, and it makes its second wave to the upside, starts to pull back to VWAP, and then sort of base off this previous low. Now what we have formed here is a nice higher low. We can see higher low. Now we have identified and formed a clear trend. So we actually have somewhere to risk on this now. We can actually trade without gambling. So price pulls back to retest off this previous higher low. Now, as you know, I have a simple 5 and 12 EMA strategy that I also use in line with VWAP. So I had beautiful confluence here this morning for the pullbacks off the 12 EMA. So after price started to confirm back to the upside and curl, we identified on the daily time frame that we had no resistance above current price except for the 200-day moving average sitting right there at $15 a share. So easy enough. I knew we had range to $15 today on this and to the top of trend, of course, because we did have these higher highs formed off the highs. And so what I did here is I took the pullback entry after confirming off of VWAP, risking the bottom of this last candle for the range to the top of this range. So we had the range to that previous high up towards $10 a share. And I knew if we got over 10, this thing had massive range to about $15 a share to your 200-day moving average. Now, this then halted up the market open and gave you an awesome opportunity for some pullbacks through this range, but this was the big picture idea back here, leading into market open after the initial move after news. This was the biggest picture setup of the morning, the most obvious stock of the day today, and the biggest mover in the market today. And this is exactly how I caught it before it exploded over 180% today. Let me know in the comments below if you traded this thing today, because it was absolutely insane. To unlock full access to my entire stock watch list every night, every morning, to watch me trade stocks just like this in real time every single morning, chat room access, education, and so much more, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial. Use tomorrow while the market is closed to go through all of our educational material to prepare you for an awesome big day on Friday. And that being said, I will see you there tomorrow in that